Welcome everyone. I'm Tony Embry, and I'm coming to you live from my Riverview Creative Studio in New Bern, North Carolina. Raining, cats and dogs. Hopefully we won't wash away. I'm on the second level, so hopefully we won't wash away, but I'm telling you, if you're anywhere like here, it's just been raining and raining and raining and raining. And there's a thunderstorm right now, so I'm hoping that it is okay. So tonight is Thursday night, and it is just about 7 o'clock. And so I'm going to be doing, I did one, I guess, last week, Thursday night. And so I've decided that Thursday night is going to be my night. I tried in the past to do multiples a week, and I just found that I felt more rushed and not as relaxed to try to come up with projects and do everything, plus have time to actually create things on my own that I wanted to do. So we're going to go with one night a week, and hopefully you guys will be able to tune in. If not, see it afterwards. But anyway, so I will, it's almost 7 o'clock. Let's see if anybody's coming on. So far, there's nobody odd yet, but so I'll just wait a couple more minutes and see what's happening. But you can see in the background my studio's there, and I have this little banner that's right here, and I haven't figured out, I like it there, but I haven't figured out how to get rid of it on just one screen when I'm when I'm actually showing you how to do the project. So I thought I would just keep it up here tonight, but it's only temporary. I'm hoping that I can figure out how to get rid of it for the one screen. Otherwise, it shows up everywhere. So anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get started, and then it's almost 7. It looks like there's 3 people there. Let's see. For some reason, it's not showing me the people. Let's see if I can see them. You know, I'm not a techie, so for me, I can't see it. But oh yeah, I forgot the comments off. Let's see if I can turn comments on. Comments on. Comments on. Yeah, I think so. Hopefully there. Hi, Darty. I could see some people. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start my project. So let me turn the camera down so I can show you what we're going to do tonight. Okay. Hopefully there's not a little bit of a delay, I think. Yeah, there's a little bit of delay. Anyway, okay. Yeah, okay. Hi, Carla. Okay. So tonight I'm going to be using the Sweet Symmetry Suite. It's in our new catalog. So I'm going to be using the products from here. I love the colors, and I'll be using their designer series paper as well, and I'll show you. But if you do the bundle, oh, I have it here. The bundle comes with the stamp set here, Best Day Ever in Symmetry. Comes with the stamp set, and then it comes with this cool punch that punches out these little leaf things, and it comes with the Flirty Flamingo ribbon, metallic ribbon, which is really pretty. And for the bundle, for the paper, it actually comes with paper too. Let me show you the paper. Okay, so this is the Sweet Symmetry paper. I have a hard time saying that, but Sweet Symmetry paper. And this is, you can see up close. So it's all of our papers are double-sided. So you can see how beautiful the colors are. So I was going to show you something. Where did it go? All the different colors that are in here, back here. Okay, so it has Bumblebee, Calypso Coral, Flirty Flamingo, Night of Navy, and Just Jade. And I got really excited about different cards. So this is the card that, one of the cards I created This one has Just Jade as the card base, and then it has Flirty Flamingo here, Calypso Coral here. This Knight of Navy is in the center. This is the Bumblebee. Okay, and then this is Flirty Flamingo here, Flirty Flamingo here. This is the paper, and this is the card. I created this card for a swap that I did recently, and I didn't use the same. I used the same card base, but I didn't use this paper for the design. So I got real excited about it. So here's one. I'm going to actually show you how I made this one tonight. But I'm going to show you the other 5 cards, the other 4 cards that I did. So this one is in the coral, Calypso Coral. I always want to call it terracotta, but it's not. It's not even close, but it's a similar shade and a little darker. So I don't know when I'm thinking about it, but anyway, Calypso Coral. So this one has the navy blue ribbon. This is the Bumblebee. This is the Just Jade. So these are all papers that are in the symmetry. This is one side of the paper. This is the other side of the paper. And so this little card here is where you put your sentiment. So anyway, that's card number 2. And here's card number 3. Again, I used the paper and I put the Flirty Flamingo ribbon. Isn't it gorgeous? I just love it. And I love these little, I love all those different papers, right? I mean, it's just, I mean, this is Flirty Flamingo here, right? Back in that light color. But anyway, and so I stamped, so this one you'll see that I stamped the center of the flowers with a Flirty Flamingo. I'll show you how I did that. Anyway, that's number 3. And then here is number 4. So this one, I put the ribbon on the side. And so this one I chose to stamp everything. So you're perfectly unique. So I stamped all of these different ones on. And so you can see that I stamped the color in the centers of the flowers, the leaves. So you do your lighter and then darker so that it shows up. And so then I stamped the flower here. And I stamped this one. Isn't it cool? So there's so many different options. I just kept doing the cards and I couldn't stop. I was just like, okay. So I wanted to do every card base. So this card base is Knight of Navy, right? So I wanted to use all the cards and see how it goes. So this one is Flirty Flamingo card base. And so this is another one of the papers, front and back, back and front, whichever way you want to look at it. And then these are the little stamps, the little cutouts from this, which I'm going to do some. And then here's some more Flirty Flamingo ribbon, more stamping. So this card has, you know, combination of the 2. So there's 5 cards, totally different, but similar in that it's the same fold. So I'm going to move these out of the way for now, and I'm going to bring in everything, and I'm going to show you how to make the card. This one, I'll get rid of this right now, but it's in our annual catalog. Okay, so, Knight of Navy, Bumblebee, Flirty Flamingo, and Calypso Coral. Okay, so those are the stamp pads, and I'm going to set those on the side. For this particular card, okay, so let me pull out my little, the Ed Symmetry is here, and let me pull out my instruction card. So I try to make an instruction card to keep me sane, and so then I can file these away with the card, and then so I always know how to do it without. I mean, I always have my trusty ruler to measure everything, but it's kind of nice to have them out. So I wrote these on. I used retired papers for this part. So for the double panel fun fold, the base is, you take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Okay, so then, so half of it, so you turn it on to the 8.5 side, and you cut it at 4.25. Okay, so you can do 2 card bases from 1 sheet of paper. Okay, good. Get my bone folder out. Okay, so this is the card, and then so we scored at 3 inches, And then the designer series paper, we want for both of these sides, okay, so here and here, we are going to cut 4" by 2 3/4" piece of designer series paper. So I've done those already. So we have these already cut for you. Aren't they pretty? So you could do them, you know, you could do them however you want. I mean, you could do them both this way or both this way, or do them like I'm doing them. But anyway, so this one will go here, the way I'm doing it, and then this one will go here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere those there so that get it out of the way. So I'm going to pull out my Stampin' seal. Isn't it pretty though? It's like, it's so hard to determine. Let's see, maybe. I think I'll use this one here. I'll use this one here. Really no difference, but you know, the other one is a little more centered. I don't know. I love the. I hope you guys love the paper as much as I do. I'm so glad I ordered more of this paper because I have fallen in love with it. I just love the small prints. Okay, so I'm choosing to use a little bit, leave a little bit of a border. You can or you don't have to. So that's how I'm doing it on this card. So there's a little bit of a border here, and then this would put right here on this wood. And you could use whatever adhesive you have. You could use Tombow white glue, which I use a lot, but recently I've started using more of the Stampin' seal. So that pretty. Okay. So, I mean, it's beautiful just like this. You could just put a sentiment on it and bow, whatever. And then, so this is the second piece of the fold, which goes in here. So for this one, you want cardstock, and this is basic white. And so you want to do a 6.5" piece by 2.5 inches. You can see 2.5. Can't really see it, but it's 2.5 here. 2.5 by 6.5. Okay, and then you want to score it at 2.5. Okay, and what I'm putting on here for this particular card is I'm actually putting cardstock on that part. Okay, so let's see. I've already cut my cardstock out, and I'm going to put it right there. I love this. And I find that it's much faster for me if I go ahead. For you guys, you're bored while I'm cutting everything out. So, but you know, I'm telling you everything that you need to know, but you don't have to watch me cut them out for you. Okay, so there's that. So then this is where your sentiment can go inside here. You could choose to stamp something here if you want. This particular one, I didn't stamp anything. Sometimes I stamp something, sometimes not. Okay, so then here's the option for you. I usually put mine in like this. And so depending on how you decorate it, you can have it here, or you could choose to move this out to here or further out so that it doesn't have as much overlap. If you don't want the overlap, so I'll show you where you set it up. You could kind of see, you set it up the card like this. It sets up really pretty, really pretty. So you can't see it from there, but maybe you can see it from here when I show it. Anyway, so however you do it, I really don't care about this part because you're going to open it and you're going to let it set like this. So you can do whatever whatever suits your fancy. But this is how I'm showing you to do it. Okay. So then we just need to get out some double-sided tape, which I have doubles, and you don't have to use double-sided tape. I prefer to use it in instances where you know, you're going to be opening and closing the card a few times, and so I just kind of want to make sure that it's secure, and you don't want the person that you're giving it to they're going to love it so much that they're going to want to have it sitting around for, you know, for a long time. So you don't want them to it to fall apart. So I put the double-sided tape on it. So I'm just going to make sure that I did it right. Okay, so that I pull this off. Okay, take your pick tool, do this so you can see me. I know I've got that bar at the bottom, so I'm trying to do it so you guys can see what I'm doing. Here we go. I think the thunder stopped for the moment. Okay, so again, like I said, you could put yours wherever suit your fancy. But I'm going to do it, and it's eyeballed, you know. I'm just eyeballing it, so you do you, I do me. Sometimes people like to measure. I like to eyeball. So there we go. Okay, so that's that, and then I will put a bow on it a little bit later. So then I'm going to. So I used. Pull up by. Where is it? So I used the scalloped contour dies for this particular piece because I thought it would be kind of nice to have a vellum backing, and so for here for my flower, so I use this piece to do a vellum piece right here, and then I'll develop my design on top of it. So I'm just going to use some Stampin' Seal on it because I'm covering most of it up, so it's not going to be really a big deal that you could see it, see the glue. So I just, that particular one is a little bit bigger, but I like the way it looks. It kind of just distinguishes between. Okay, so this is the one that I used for that, and it's for a 3.3 and 3¾ by 2½ is the size. Okay, so there goes that, and then I did some fussy cutting for these flowers. I'm going to show you how I stamp flowers, and then I'm going to put them together with you. Okay, get rid of that. Okay, so I went ahead and stamped this, and I put some sticky on the back. So I have these 3. I'm not going to use all these, but I just like fussy cutting. So I did an extra one of these just in case I had a problem. Okay, so for these, if I have a paper, so I've got some extra paper. La-di-da. Okay, here. I'll stamp it on here. All right, so what I did, it's kind of fun. So we're going to use Bumblebee. And Bumblebee. Show you. I love this flower that you could. It's almost like a peacock, huh? So you could put like use it as like a peacock tail. So you could stamp it out here. You see that? Stamp it over there. Okay, stamp it out there. And then I wanted to add a little dimension to the flower, so I decided, play around with it. I decided that I wanted to put this little center, and so let me go get my little scratch piece of paper, stamp it on. So then I put the little piece of paper like right here. See how I'm doing it. And then the blue, put the blue on. Could light it up or not light it up. It kind of looks okay. See how that, isn't that kind of fancy? It just kind of adds a little bit of more dimension to the flower. I did fussy cut them out. And so I used the navy blue on these flowers. So let's see, bring it out here. And I don't think I used any dimensions. I did use dimensions on that one. Okay, not the first one. Okay, so this one is Calypso Coral, and then I stamped Calypso Coral on it. Okay, so this one I'm just going to put with some glue. I could find it. I'm going to use my Tombow white glue. And I'm going to put some glue on it. Stick that on right here. Okay, and then get out these, and I'll put some I'm going to move this out of the way for the moment so you can see because I want to be above there. Okay, so I'm going to take this one, which is in the Bumblebee, stamped on Bumblebee, and this is Night of Navy. I'm going to put a couple dimensionals on here. I think part of making the card is the fun of actually building it too. See. Part of it. Okay, and then I love this little wood. This one. And this is Flirty Flamingo on Flirty Flamingo. And then this is the Night of Navy. And you could just use a little wood, but I'm going to use a big one because that's what I have. I did that right here. Cool. And then down here at the bottom, we're going to put thanks so much, which is, I pre-stamped that on the Flirty Flamingo, and that's navy blue. And then this stamp, which I love, is in Kellogg as well. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's very distinctive. You'll find it. I should have written it down, but I did it. Forgot. Okay, so we take these off, and yeah, these are weird shapes because we just cut everything up because you can use the little side pieces and everything. They all have sticky on them. Okay, so then I just gotta put this down here. I kind of like to go beyond the border a little bit, just because. And then I cut out all these little things, and I decided I would do some gold this time because I didn't put gold in the last one. Let's see, a little bit of glue. And these are fun because you just gotta stick them wherever you want to stick them. Whatever suits you. What I like to do, just stick a bit. Oh, I don't want that to, well, it will extend too much. I want to make sure it fits in the envelope. And then I just use my little take your pick to kind of make sure that it goes in. And then the cool thing about this is you could use this paper or this size, whichever, whichever floats your boat. Whichever, it's your card. You do whatever makes you happy, or whatever you think your friend would like. Okay, so let's put another gold wood here. Yeah, I'm going to move it. I'm going to put it there. I'm going to put it here. You can see it. Okay. Oh, this is the fun part. Finishing it up. You guys are having a good Thursday. It's been a nice week. Just lots of rain, but I've been very creative. A nice creative week for me. I've got a lot of stuff done that I wanted to do. You see, the vellum just adds a little something to it. It's so nice. I love this card. That's why I got so excited about this particular one with all the colors. I really love the colors. I'll rub that off in a bit when it dries. There's just so many colors to choose from that I was like, okay, I'm gonna do all of them because I can just see that they're all gonna be they're gonna all look a little different, and I just wanted to do it, so I did. I just kept playing with it, and they really came together quickly because I was so excited about doing it. Okay, I'm going to stop with that because I could just keep going. And then I'm going to make a bow out of the Bumblebee ribbon. Ribbon. So this is Bumblebee. I like the contrast we can get with it. So I have this adjustable bow maker that's such a lifesaver. And I wrap it around twice. You can do 3, you could do 1. I kind of like the way it looks with 2 bows, so that's how I always do it that way. I guess I'm in a rut, but I know it looks the way I like it. I don't often do bows on everything, just because sometimes when you put them in packages, sometimes they get a little crushed. So depending on what the situation is, I always add something nice to it. And then, I don't know about you, but these little ribbons, I have a rack my husband made for me. But sometimes I just take the ribbon off the rack without removing it. And so I use these little T-pins you can get in the store. I think you can get them at Walmart, but any craft store. And these hold it in place. So, well, one thing you can always find the end, that thing that holds it in place, which is nice. Okay, so that away. So we have a two loop bow. Fuss with it a little bit. And then get my things out. This ribbon's a little bit stiffer, so I could put these directly on. Sometimes I just put them on the paper and then put the bow on it. But anyway, okay, so I think it looks cool. So this one I'm not going to do right in the center because that way it won't wrap. So I'm going to do it like right at this quarter, like this, because I can't. It'll look different. The other one, I did it in the middle. This one I'm going to do here. Okay, so let me get out my rhinestones. I love the rhinestones, but they look really good here. Okay, so rhinestones. Okay, these haven't been opened yet. What the heck? No fingernails. Okay, throw this out. Okay, here we go. I like the little ones for the centers. So you could put it, isn't it cool? Let's go right in the center. I like the little shiny. And if you mail it to someone, you could turn this to the back. But I also, if you have a little piece of foam to put like over this part, it'll help keep them from crushing when they go, if they happen to go through the machine. Or you can pay extra for it to be hand canceled by a hand canceled stamp, which is, I don't know how much more it is, but you know, whatever. If you do a lot of fancy stuff on it, you might want to think about that. But if you just put a little piece of foam or something, or fold it over a paper towel, it will help. And then when you put it in the card envelope, do it this way, so your address is on this side of the envelope and this is the back. Okay, so once again, I'll show you. So this is the card we did. And then if you have any questions about how I made these, feel free to drop me a line, but you'll see them here. So I think you could probably figure out real easy what I did, but these are stamped, and I used only the colors that I told you about, already. So these are all the colors that I used, and you can see that the Flirty Flamingo and the Calypso Coral this one's a little more orange in it, so they're very close if you didn't look close enough, but they are different colors. And then this one is too. These are two different colors, but the Flirty Flamingo ribbon, gotta have it. And then this is the Night of Navy. Isn't it pretty? Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining in on Thursday night, and stay safe. And I will look forward to seeing you guys again on next Thursday. And tomorrow, the Gentleman Crafters group, we are going live at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And I have a cool project that I have already pre-recorded that will be live on my page at 9. So if you have time, watch for it and go and watch it. It's kind of cool. It's a totally different set, but I still did use the in symmetry, the paper. All right. Okay. Good night. See you next week. What?